Okay, and the time has finally come. Well, first of all, for me to select the correct audio device so you guys can hear. The time has finally come for the final race of Season 3 of Chasing the Delta Academy Sprint League. This week will bring us to the Nurburgring GP circuit, most famously known for and driven during the Nurburgring Nordschleife 24-hour race. We were kind of commenting about how during that race on the Nurburgring combined circuit that this is kind of your break in between laps on the Nordschleife, where it's rare to actually focus on gaining time through this part of the circuit, because compared to the Nordschleife, it's very easy just to kind of cruise through and take a little bit of a mental break before you go back out on the Nordschleife. So for a lot of us, this is the first time that we're focusing solely on the GP circuit. And as a standalone race course, it's not that bad, you know, compared to its sibling right next door, the Nordschleife. It's kind of boring, I suppose, but there's definitely way worse tracks than the Nürburgring GP. So I think a lot of guys have come to enjoy this track. It's a nice way to finish off the season. However, as you can probably tell, it is currently dumping rain on them, and how appropriate that the camera right now is focused on Aquaman. Let's go back to Aquaman real quick. Our own Alex Patterson was one of the only ones that was happy to see it raining, and naturally he's been probably the comfiest so far out on track. And it is a sprint race still, but with the amount of time lost that comes with a major spin, potentially damage as well, more important than finding raw pace in the wet is finding a line that you can repeat every single lap, and also becoming comfortable with the spray. From my limited experience driving in the rain, you have to find alternate brake markers. You have to work more on timing as opposed to visual markers, because if you're chasing somebody down, your reward for catching them is getting a face full of spray, completely blocking your vision, and becomes very difficult very quickly. So anybody that's driven in the rain, I'm just preaching to the choir. You guys know how it is. I think as a whole, the community was very excited for the rain update as it was being teased and hyped up going into season 2 of 2024. But since it's been released, I don't know that many people that are really loving it. It's more something you have to learn how to live with than something that most drivers look forward to. But that being said, our sessions do match the forecast of the official 15-minute fixed sessions, and since we got rain all the way through race 1 here, there's a good chance that any of our drivers who've run public races this week are also have also had to deal with some rain. So only appropriate that we have it in the first race here. It's not guaranteed to be in the second one. We will potentially have a dry race next sprint race here, so we'll see how it shakes out. I'd like to see some different faces. Sorry about that. I'd like to see some different faces at the front in the wet and the dry. Be interesting to see. We have a decent showing tonight. Looks like a field of about 12 cars if we take the coaches out. So we'll have a nice little race as Alex finds the painted curbs to be a little bit slippy, able to save the rear of the cars that comes around on him there. But nice 12-car grid. And next week, the season isn't technically done. Our sprint race season will be done, but as far as Chasing the Delta goes, we're setting our sights on endurance racing next week. The GT4s will be at Road America, and we're going to be talking about endurance race strategy, tire saving, um, running full fuel tanks as opposed to 20, 15-minute sprints, even 30-minute sprints. I have to have a slightly different approach when you're starting with a full fuel tank and you got to keep your car alive for 2 hours. And then our goal is to take over a couple different sessions of the 2-hour endurance race at Road America next weekend. So, should be a fun time. My personal favorite track, aside from the Nordschleife, closest track to where I grew up. Seen lots of fun races there, and should be a good chance for some of these guys that have not yet gotten the chance to do any endurance racing, which I think is where the real challenge and the real fun in iRacing comes out. You don't have so many of the dumb sprint race dive bomb maneuvers, things like that coming into play in an enduro setting. You seem to have a lot more mature group of drivers show up to those, because the squirrels can't stay in the car for more than 15, 30 minutes without getting bored. So with that being said, let's head back into our driver's chat. I see a couple guys are deafened and focusing, trying to get in their good laps. So far, Jeff Segrist taking provisional pole with a 220.8, Aquaman close behind with a 221.2, and Carey Jr. rounding out our podium starting spots. Let's see what our drivers are talking about. Thanks again for joining us this season. And got about 2 minutes left in qualifying, then we'll get our race going.
Matthew. There. I was on a blind. I don't know if someone was coming.
That was crazy.
Hey, did America score?
Hell yeah, brother.
Think we did?
Yeah, we did.
USA, USA, USA.
Alex, living up to the name.
Can't help it, man.
Felt a little bit wetter than in practice.
Yeah, I definitely felt that. I only got one good lap in.
I only got one as well. Yeah.
Same.
Yeah, same here.
Let's go.
Like my fast lap, I was like things were going pretty well, and then I just off track. I'm like, oh, I'm just gonna get out my car now.
Yeah, I off track on that flat, very slight turn. My car just kept moving to the left until I was off track.
I off tracked and then spun out, and then Carrie said something.
Yeah, I saw you crashing. I just saw you veer completely to the right. I'm like, I don't know what just happened.
Yeah, I went off. I got the off track, and then I started spinning. I'm like, I'm just gonna keep on going this way. I can save it, but I'm not gonna get a time. So I just kept on going.
Well, congrats, Alex. Nice work. Jeff and Carrie
lap,
rounding
Aquaman.
out the podium qualifying positions. Nice work, everybody.
Yeah, great laps from all you guys. I know it's especially tricky at this track. It's very slick everywhere.
Indeed.
I guess couple quick notes before the start. Obviously, there's going to be a decently long straight going into turn one and heavy braking zone. So watch for those blinking rain lights in the spray to kind of gauge your distance to the cars ahead, and brake a little bit earlier than you think you need to, but maybe lighter so you don't just check up and cause everyone behind you to smack into you. I think in this case it might be okay to communicate a little bit during the race start on the voice chat, but yeah, I feel like you guys know the drill at this point. Aaron, anything else you wanted to add?
The only thing else I'd tell you guys too is to just be patient. Let's try to make these passes on merit. If we're trying to do any sends, especially while it's wet, it's more than likely going to end in a lot of chaos. So get those passes set up. We have 2 races a night for a reason. So yeah.
Haha, nobody is behind me for me to brake test.
I wish I was in that type of position.
And also congrats on making it through season 3. This will be the last couple races of the season here. So nice work, everybody.
Thanks for
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah.
How are we
I'm
looking
done.
on? How are we looking on points? Do we have any championship battles tonight between the 2 classes?
Oh boy, let me well, so iRacing doesn't have it split up by points yet. Or by class yet. So I was going to split that at the end. But
Gotcha.
maybe I can take a look and then give an update in between race 1 and 2 to try to get something together real quick. But all the practice and telemetry points have been added, except for those of you that attended Nurburgring GP practice, because I have to add it to the race session. So those will be added, and along with iRating gain points after this race. So we should have an idea of our finishing order for the season standings not too long after race 2 ends today.
Nice.
All right, guys. Well, best of luck. Keep it between the ditches and shiny side up, and we'll see you guys in a few.
Well, guys.
Good luck, gentlemen.
Good luck, guys.
Good luck.
Good luck. Hey, I remembered to jump in the car real quick, so hopefully my flags will work.
Oh yeah, that's right. Oh, and Carrie just having a ball with changing his livery up every single week. And short parade lap, I guess. Pace cars in, coming through
Nice.
the final corner. They're pretty
I'm
spread out.
I'm a big fan of a short pace lap.
Ooh, we already have some different packs forming here.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, let's see how this goes.
Officially green.
T1 carries understeering. Okay, okay.
Kevin off a little wide, but keeps it collected.
Got somebody backwards through T1. I couldn't see who it was.
Nick Cox.
Ah, rip. It's cool. He's got 20 minutes training. He can catch up.
Yeah, lots of opportunities to get back up there.
Jeff and Aquaman were trading provisional pole there for a little bit. I think I saw it swap at least 2 or 3 times, so they might have a nice little race for the lead here. Obviously,
Yeah.
Jeff's at a little bit of a disadvantage getting all that spray.
I would like to point out really quick, I understand the race just started, but our P1 through P10 are all still in their exact same grid spots.
Whoa. That's an extremely orderly start for the rain.
Right? I'm
Wow.
surprised nobody was like opportunistic anywhere. That's crazy.
Yeah, they might have taken the recommendation or advice of being patient a little too by the book.
Be patient, but it is still a race, guys.
Yeah, remember you are driving. No, love to see it. That's interesting.
Well, we had another little off, Matthew Coley off in turn 11 there, but kept it collected. He's back on track.
Man, Kevin is running very close to carry in P3. They're 6/10 apart. I don't even know how he's managing to see the back of that Mercedes with all that spray.
Jeff seems like he's got turn 1 figured out pretty well. That he just gained a little bit of time on Alex there. Sorry, Aaron. Go ahead.
Oh, you're fine. I was just gonna say we're seeing quite a variance in lines.
Yeah.
It's working out for some, and it looks like Jeff might have.
He went a little bit wide, which has really opened the door for carry.
And as these guys start fighting, Aquaman's off with the early lead, and that brings Kevin into the fight too.
Yeah, Kevin is just gonna benefit. Still waiting to see somebody pull that double pass off.
Oh, Kevin thought about it to the inside there, but just so hard to break late in the rain with confidence.
Yep.
Woohoo! Zaid with a nice save there on the exit of the carousel. Either that or he sneezed and jerked the wheel. So this is a stupid question, but the draft is obviously still a thing in the rain, right? Even though it doesn't feel right to be driving closer and closer on the straights because you're just wondering where the brake zone is.
I think it definitely plays a factor. It almost seems like it might be a wash with the the extra friction of driving through not necessarily puddles, but the rain buildup on the track surface as well. So
Yeah, I've noticed that in the past where even like long straights that are flat out, you're not hitting the same top speed even with a good exit. So there is something at play there. I don't know if it's the tire or just having a harder time putting the power down or the extra friction like you say. Oh, and Jeff with an off, but he's got enough of a gap to keep it.
Nice.
That fair end seems like he's dropped off the back of Eddie a little bit. They were having a decent battle there for a while. I was talking about this a little bit in the intro, but I felt like there was so much hype around the rain as it was getting teased for, I think it was like season 2 of 2024 last year. So much hype and, oh, Tempest, they're going to release Tempest. Oh, did you see the screenshots? Oh my gosh. And then when it got released and everybody drove it for like a couple days, they're like, oh my god, this is going to be hard. And I feel like that's still where a lot of drivers are today. It's more something that unless you're Alex, it's more something that you've got to learn to live with instead of like looking forward to the rain. But maybe that's just with who I've talked to. But
I would say you called out the two different kinds of people right there. Those who love it and those who live with it.
Yep, pretty much.
I tolerate it. It's definitely not my favorite.
They might as well split the I ratings one more time and do a dry sports car and a rain sports car. Because I drive at like a 1.1K level in the rain.
I know there's quite a few people who legitimately ask for that too, mostly to benefit or maybe not to benefit their SR change, but
That'd be a lot to keep up with.
Let's go on board here, see if we can get an idea of the spray that Carrie's dealing with as he closes into Jeff here.
We also had Alex Patterson take fastest lap on that last lap as well.
Oh yeah, first 219, I think.
Looks like Carey did one on that last lap, as well as Kevin Cohen, Zayd. That's all I see so far.
Yeah, nice. Okay, so they're starting to get it figured out a little bit.
Yep, it's coming.
From my perspective, I can't really see a dry line forming, so it must just be comfort that's coming with extra laps and being able to follow guys and see what the other drivers are doing.
definitely seeing a separated field, but you know, in this case, I don't even necessarily think that's a bad thing. It's a testament to the car control these guys have been building all season long.
Yeah?
Absolutely. And it puts more emphasis on the quality time too. I mean, how many on-track passes have there even been? Are we still... Oh, as Jeff puts in a 2:18.2.
Dang.
Can you see, Keith? Is everybody still in their starting order for the most part?
Let's see.
I guess there was one spin or a couple spins that might have shaken that up a bit, but there
A
hasn't been a
little
lot
bit.
of on-track passing.
So we started with Alexander Patterson in P1, Jeffrey P2, Kerry in P3, Kevin Cohen P4, Zaid P5, um, Eddie P6, and then this is nope, Matthew Fair in P7. He's still running P7. Eric, starting P8. He's still running P8. Oh wait, no, he might have just been passed by Matthew. They looks like they might be fighting, or my relatives being funky. Couldn't tell. So yeah, all the way P1 to P8, we are still in the same order.
Yeah,
So
well,
I have to interject on that a little bit. Nicholas Cox actually qualified P5 and he's sitting in P11, so that changes up the
Oh,
order
yeah.
a little bit.
That does.
That brings Zaid from P6 to P5, and then Eddie also gained a position, going from grid spot 8 to running in 6th now.
Yeah, no, you're right. My little thingy's awkward. Where the hell is Nicholas Cox? He was in this order. No, he's not.
He last time I checked in on him, he was in the pits.
Oh no.
Yeah, not sure what happened there, but
Forgot to check his fast repair.
we do have 2 cars in the pits. Matthew Coley and once again Nick Cox.
Rip. Yeah, this place, I feel like, is already pretty tough to race in the dry. When you bring in the wet weather, I feel like it makes passing around here incredibly difficult.
Yeah, it definitely adds another element to getting that pass set up, getting it made, getting it to stick.
Yeah.
so we were talking about points earlier. You had asked about points. Kerry has a healthy lead for the pro category and the overall in general category with 183 points, 1 win, an average finish of 3rd place, and he has a 43-point lead to Kevin. who's in
Damn.
So he's pretty solidly in the lead for the championship. Just
I think.
for showing up
sorry.
to so many races and finishing pretty consistently in the top 5 or higher.
I don't
Right.
think he's missed one.
I think he'd have to have a double DNF tonight, and
Oh,
Kevin
Lord.
would have to have a pole position and 2 fastest laps to make it a tiebreaker.
And a win. Yeah. And this is without iRating gains calculated.
Oh, very good point.
So let me pull that up real quick. I know that Kevin was a graduate, so he definitely he gained some points. Good,
Yeah.
good chunk of points. Yeah, so the gains for Kevin are going to be good for, we say, 3 points per 50. Yeah, so 6 extra points for him. Total iRating gain of 135. And
Very nice.
Kerry's going to get an extra 3.
Definitely a
do
good.
it.
definitely a good points haul there, but yeah, I don't know if that's definitely not going to be enough.
Don't think so. Real quick, we did have Jeff cross the line that last lap with another fastest lap, a 2:18.1.
Man, very nice.
Wow. He's definitely showing that 1 lap pace, but it looks like Aquaman, Alex is really just knocking out those consistency laps.
Yep. Yeah, his last 2 laps was a 2:18.368 and a 2:18.391.
With about less than 5 minutes to go as well, we've got, I think the driver under the most pressure is going to be Carey for that P3 finishing position.
We do have another battle brewing as well. Farron and Eddie are looking like they're gonna come to the line with a fight.
Man, and it hasn't even stopped raining. Oh, Kevin trying to make a move to the inside. Carey shut that door very nicely.
Nicely done to both those guys on the execution though too.
Yeah.
Plenty of space left, but still very close. Really applying that pressure. This is going to be an interesting one to watch all the way until the end.
Yeah.
Yeah, it really just takes one bobble from Carey and Kevin will be right there again.
Yep.
Oh, and a little bit of a dive from Farron. But he does the gentleman thing, and he waits for Eddie to rejoin, and these guys will continue battling.
What a guy.
Nice. Oh yeah. You never see that in public races, and I think we've seen it half a dozen times or more in our season. That's really good to see. Kevin running a bit wide. I think trying to carry that extra momentum into the back straightaway leading into the kink, or the chicane rather.
Yeah, just pushing a little too hard those last couple of corners, and it's really cost him some time.
Now, I don't really trust my graphics settings. I have it turned up pretty high, but there's not really going to be much dry line to speak of until it would stop raining, pretty much, right? With this amount of cars on track. It's just going to be wet everywhere.
Yeah, I think that's pretty fair. It might be a different story with maybe closer to 30 cars on grid, but
This is white flag, by the way.
Nice, nice.
all right. So will we have any last lap battles here? Looks like Matthew Farron and Eddie are going to be very close here on this last lap.
Still going at it, yeah.
Yeah.
Jeff is inching his way closer to Alex as well, coming into the final 3 corners or so, but I don't think it's going to be enough to actually make a move.
Yeah, I unfortunately don't think he's close enough.
He pulled like 4/10 this lap. That might have just been Alex using up his gap to drive it safe, just bring her home. Hey, and the lights from Alex as he takes the win. Very nice race from him. Carey managing to hold on to 3rd as well. Kevin coming across in 4th. And Zaid bringing the Costco car home for 5th place. Farron's really close on Eddie here.
Just a little too slidey on exit there.
Nice battle from those guys.
That was a good one. Everybody was very clean. I definitely expected some T1 chaos.
Yeah, nobody flipped or anything that I saw.
Yeah. Didn't see a single car upside down. Crazy.
We'll take that as an absolute win.
Oh, absolutely.
Dylan showboating on his way across the line. Okay, there's the wreck. All right, good stuff. That's everybody that's still out on track. One more to go in season 3, boys.
Yeehaw!
Let's bring her home.
And he spun a lot when he hit that wall. That was a good one. Like that was like genuinely pretty impressive.
All right, let's hear what they got to say.
Is there?
Oh, yeah, maybe.
Oh, I did spend some time yesterday running in the rain.
What's up, gentlemen?
That was really fun.
Yeah, it looked very orderly. You know, nice work, everybody. Congrats on the win, Alex. Congrats on the fastest lap. Jeff, I think, kept it at the end there.
Yeah, it was. Those 18 is fast.
Yeah.
Congrats.
Thanks.
Want to give a special shout out to.
3 adjectives at the end.
Wanted to give a special shout out to Farron for doing the gentleman thing and waiting for Eddie to rejoin the track before you guys continued fighting.
Oh yeah, man. Absolutely.
And it was really close in the gap. It was fun.
Yeah, that was super fun.
My strategy of going out on dries wasn't the correct move.
Oh,
Oh,
Did
no.
you really?
I forgot to change them. Yeah.
Oh, that's the worst.
And he
I'm like,
never
why
forgot
can't the car?
ever
I spun
again.
out immediately, and I was like, and I tried to continue. I'm like, no, this is fucked.
It's
Oh,
impossible.
the
that
second
didn't
race
work
is 65% chance of rain.
Hey, good race there, Carey, by the way. That was fun.
It was definitely a lot of fun. I was afraid you were gonna get me. I just could not keep doing the same. Like I said, I was just guessing every corner. I'm like, I think I braked here last time, something like that.
Well, my main goal was just not to kill you, so I'd say it worked out well.
I was just freaking out. Like every time I braked, I'm like, he's right there. I'm like, he's braking differently than I am. Like he knows what he's doing. Like I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah, we were pretty much flipping between you guys. Well, I mean, honestly, everybody was involved in a little bit of a battle at some point, and the start
Not
was
me.
pretty fun to watch. Yeah, you were chilling in the Costco car.
I was,
to be honest.
yeah, I had like a 3-second gap to person behind, 3-second gap to the person in front. I was just vibing the entire time.
Sometimes no man's land is the place to be.
I was just
That was-
splitting the packs pretty much.
Yeah, I was chilling out at a solid 20 plus seconds behind Eric.
We
Having a good-
enjoyed your
having a good little
showboat
race.
across the line too.
Yeah, a little, like, why not? It's the end.
Dylan, it was not a repeated Daytona.
It's not, no, nowhere close. If Daytona had rain, then yes, it would have been. Because I'd have done the same exact thing.
Oh, also, if you guys want to feel bad, apparently a really quick time in the wets around here is a 2:14.
Oh my
14.
goodness.
Excuse me?
I think my
Yeah.
fastest was 23, maybe.
What a joke.
I don't believe you.
Oh my god.
I'm sure it depends on the conditions, yeah.
I was gonna say, are you sure that that's like the same moderately wet that you guys are driving in?
I don't know exactly.
Maybe with a boat in those
Oh.
conditions.
Oh shit, a Dodge?
Wait, is it dry?
Dry and
Yes.
froggy.
Oh, my perfect combo. Not that I'm gonna drive quickly,
Oh,
but
I forgot to hit one.
Oh, let's go, no rain. I know this track without rain. I've done this track without rain. I've raced this, basically the whole thing besides the last turn. Hour or so. Won't know it. Good,
So yeah, now make sure you got your slicks. Forget everything that you just learned in the last 50 minutes
Right.
or so.
Having to go from like heavy rain to dry driving just fucks my brain up so bad.
yeah, see, it has the same effect on me the opposite way, too.
Oh, I see what you were doing, Jeffrey. You were braking so much less. And you were barely getting ABS there too.
Yeah, what's funny is I got that idea from looking at you. I was like, I don't really see much brake lights on. I'm gonna try sending it a little harder, and it kept on working.
That was a very, very good lap. I thought I would get fastest lap on the last lap because I hit 18.25 or something like that. I was like, oh shit, there it is. I was wondering why I didn't hear it. I didn't see that you fucking nailed the
Dang.
lap.
Yeah, that was about the pace that Jeff and I were doing.
I joined in the BMW to drive in the rain.
I mean,
What the hell?
the BMW and the dry is the best car, so.
Yeah, but I wanted some drifty boys, you know?
I was driven the Mercedes. I was drifting the entire time.
Oh, this car sucks.
The BMW?
Yep.
I mean, typically yes, but not on this track. Top split's just been BMWs.
Garbage
Just look at
car.
Garage 61. It's just like BMW, 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 Aaron, BMW.
Right.
No,
That's exactly
I'm-
what it is.
I'm 5/10 off the pace still.
Of the BMWs.
Right. That's a problem.
You're number one for Porsches.
There's a couple guys ahead of me. Overall,
Or like Ilya.
I think so, but his lap was done like 2 years ago.
So it doesn't count.
I like
Jeez.
to think that, but
I was but a swimming sperm in the Aqua Dad's balls 2 years ago.
Oh my
And that guy was already racing.
Damn it.
I'm bummed. My blimp cam is just as useless in this session, even though it's dry.
Foggy.
A wall
The
of gray.
fog.
Yep. I
What
like
about that,
blimp
Jeffrey?
cam, man.
I love the blimp cam.
I think it was just the 100th anniversary of the Goodyear blimp this week.
Nice. They have a great Instagram.
I got distracted on
Right
one of the
back.
turn ones because I thought that we scored again.
No, but dude, but it's looking like they're gearing up to fucking fight.
That's
Yeah,
just what
my
you're hoping
buddy-
for.
My buddy said he's gonna take a shot every time somebody scores or fights, so he said he's gonna get really plastered tonight.
I mean, not so far, he's not.
Yeah, what's the score? 1-1 with no fights?
1-1 with no fights. They just broke up 2
Hey,
attempts to fight.
goal!
Back. Did we
2-1,
score?
baby. We did.
Hell yeah, fucking Canada!
Oh my god.
Like I said, it's the most patriotic I will ever get.
That's track and field time for me.
Hockey. I love beating other countries at their top sport.
If you want to go in front of me, let me know. You're extremely quicker than me.
Oh, practice already over?
Yeah, this one's
Oh my
only
gosh,
10
guys,
minutes.
it's practice. I'm number 5.
I haven't even set a clean lap yet. Oh, fuck.
It's because it's dry. This is my prime.
Yeah, this is like a total mind job. It's gonna definitely be the essence of let the race come to you.
This track is, I mean, it's an extension of my favorite track, so I think it kind of counts.
Honestly, they could just delete the GP circuit. I wouldn't be hurt.
Oh, you guys are right next to each damn.
Good luck during qualifying, guys.
Good luck.
Thank you.
I have a feeling we're gonna see a little bit of a different grid.
I think so too. Okay, I need to remember actually how to run this in the dry.
Yeah, same here.
Hey, Alex, would you say you're a fish out of water?
I sure am. Good one. I am a man out of water, an Aquaman out of water.
And I made another funny joke.
You
So you're
did. Good job,
basically just
Dylan.
like Piercy Jackson. Dude, is somebody gonna like
Oh,
throw
gotta-
hands in this hockey game at any point in time?
Hey, I have
After
a
race
penalty?
2.
After. You're right.
After race 2.
You're
So we can
right.
all watch it. So we can all watch it.
Yep.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Ah, no worries.
Damn it. Fuck.
gonna back up a little bit.
Apologies to the broadcast for the radio silence there. I don't know if it's coming across in my voice, but I'm getting over a little bit of a flu, as I have been, I think, for like the past 3 races now. It's been ongoing. Trying to mute myself for the coughs. I think I missed a few earlier on. Apologies for that. But it's nice to see that the nerves of our drivers are relatively low. Everybody seems pretty comfortable, not only with the group, but with qualifying and preparing for a race. And yes, of course, it's a video game, but nerves before a race are a real thing. And what I think we've seen is guys get a lot more comfortable with sort of the rhythm and preparing for a race, building confidence throughout the warm-up session and quali sessions, and putting down some good laps once the green flag falls. So Matt and Jeff getting pretty close to each other for open quali here. Matt might be trying to get a draft. Aquaman holding strong with a P2 quali, even in the dry. Kerry Jr. currently holding pole position with the 204 flat. Times are a solid 13 to 14 seconds faster in the dry, which is, I mean, it's typical, but it's just interesting to see how much grip is lost in rainy conditions, especially when it's just constantly raining. We didn't even see the track start to dry last race. So as our final qualifying session here for season 3 comes to a close, just wanted to thank you for checking out the broadcast, whether you're an Academy member tuning in because you couldn't make it tonight, whether you're an Academy member that is tuning in after the fact to check out how the racing looked from the TV angle, or family and friends of our drivers. Appreciate you tuning in. It's been fun to broadcast these races and share a little bit of our weekly activities with you guys. So thanks for joining up.
I got it off track. Go ahead, Farron.
Sorry, man. Thank you.
We saw that live.
Go ahead as well, Alex. Just
Oh, the drivers can't hear me, but we actually saw that happen live, so This gives you a good picture of the cooperation that these guys have with each other at this point in the season. Always good to see the awareness, who's around them on track. Not wanting to get in the way of other people, as we have seen in other series and even in real life racing. Stuck on Jeff for a while here. Don't know if my camera froze up. White flag is flying for a lot of these drivers. Dylan in the infamous pickle car. Rounding out the final 4 corners or so here. Oh.
I don't like the off tracks in this track.
So Eddie,
I don't like
think it was getting loose through the exit.
Is
of
there
chicane
the
there.
humidity up? Because for some reason that didn't feel slow, but the time was slow.
Let's have a look.
I think it's
Oh my
basically 100% relative
The track
humidity.
feels great
Yeah.
though.
Damn, Carrie. Nice.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That's the fastest lap I've ever done, by like 2 seconds.
Let's
Or
go.
a second and a half.
Yeah,
Nice.
nice
Good
work,
job.
man.
Let's say I'm losing like 7/10 on the first sector. Like before I even, or on the first corner even.
Up on my stream, and I have that little box where it's your guys' like the official stream. And it literally sank up when I got out of my car to my car coming down the straight when whoever's screen it is coming down the straight too. That's crazy. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Pickle. Pickle who? Pickle me.
Pickle Rick.
All right, well, congrats to Carrie. Congrats
Thank you.
everybody for switching over to dry mode like it was nothing.
Oh, that still took some effort.
As he says, with a clear second to the next car.
Crazy.
Well, boys.
Well,
oh,
well,
we had the same
no,
thought.
no, Jinx.
Not everybody at once now.
I don't know how to proceed from here. I'm just kidding. Clayton, you can take it.
Are you sure you're not from the Midwest with that? Well,
I'll hit you with an ope next time.
oh, yeah, there you go. Oh,
should've hit
we're
the
both talking
yeah,
at the same
no.
time. But yeah, not much to say, guys. Enjoy it. This is going to be the last sprint race of the season. Before we set our sights on Road America for the Enduro next week. So enjoy it. Have fun out there. Like Aaron said, patience, especially in turn 1. And that's really it. You guys all know the drill.
I'm gonna go off on a limb here and predict that Carrie will win. That's just off my intuition. So
Okay, where's some wood? I gotta knock on some wood.
You're expert
Here's a cardboard
analysis.
box. Knocking on that.
yeah, I'll try and jinx you.
Eric, we're next to each other this time, and it's not wet, so maybe.
All right, I'm gonna deafen. Good luck, everyone.
Yeah, good luck, guys.
Good luck.
Good luck, guys.
I'm not going to say anything because then I'll commentators curse.
Good luck, gentlemen.
All right, well, here we go. Last race of the season.
Last one.
Everybody's so chill in the voice chat. I feel like there was a lot of nerves heading into these races at the beginning of the season. I think everybody's gotten a lot more comfortable, not only with the group, but with like, you know, the whole procedure, race starts and everything, which is good to see.
Yeah.
As we take the green, solid start.
All right, so who's going to come out on top for P2?
Oh!
Whoa! A little bit of contact. They're still straight. Looks like Nick Cox came out on top for P2.
Taking some strategic
Thanks for the update there.
I saw the opportunity, you know?
Oh! Matt Farron with a slide into the door of old Earnhardt there, which actually kept him straight and kept him pointing in the right direction. So he's going to live to race it out with Eddie and Farron right back on top of each other at the beginning of race 2 here.
Man, these guys are elbows out this race. You give them a dry track and it's go time.
All of a sudden they want to race.
Oh no, we have an early spin all by himself, unfortunately from Kevin.
Keep it out of the wall there, and he does.
Hate to see it when the Intimidator gets intimidated.
I think if his tires are still in decent shape, he should be able to catch the back of the pack, grab a couple spots before the end here.
More than likely.
Checking in on Alex here. He's still not out of the fight for P2. He was able to recover from that little door bang pretty well.
Incident.
Indeed.
Oh yeah, he's closing up to these guys rapidly.
Yeah.
Oh, and a wiggle from Zaid. I think that's going to be enough to give Alex the run.
He's way on the inside.
Oh.
Oh.
It's going to be the opposite scenario to lap 1, and he gets a pass done.
Oh. Good move.
Yeah, outside line there is a hard one to pull off for Zaid.
You get so choked up on the racing line that it seems like...
Ooh! And another spin.
Oh no.
Wonder if that made Jeff check up at all, but it seems like no one was collected as part of that. Nick chucking a little bit of gravel up into Alex's windshield there.
Alright, so as things start to settle a little bit, I don't think we have any major battles going on.
Yeah, I was expecting Farron and Eddie to have another little battle this fight, but Farron seems like he's found some speed. He's pulling away from Eddie a little bit. Carey running off into the sunset here.
Yeah, he really wants to secure that P1.
Yeah.
You know?
Aquaman with the fastest clean lap.
Yep, I was just gonna notate on that.
The quick one.
Let's check in on our incident points so far.
Oh wow, yeah. Carrie's last lap was a 2:04.1, but it must have been dirty somewhere.
Pretty sure.
He only.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, you.
No, you.
Really
No,
need
you
to
hang
stop
up.
meeting like this.
No, you hang up.
Carrie only has the 1 incident point as well, so
Nice, good for him.
he just collected it on that last lap. Must have been. Our current incident leader is Matthew Farron with 5. 15 minutes to go.
I think.
Well, they are a currency.
There was one 4X there with Kevin Cohen. So that was probably the majority of them. I guess there's a chance it was a 2X, but pretty solid smack to the door that straightened him back out there on lap 1, I believe. But aside from that, I'm pretty sure I saw a lot of drivers taking some strategic, whether it was intentional or not, they were taking some strategic off tracks on the exit of turn 2, running a little bit wide to get that good launch into turn 3.
Right. Yeah, that's a good point.
Could have just been cold tire understeer. It's easy to do there.
Well, Carrie had the fastest lap for all of 1.5 seconds until it was taken again by Nicholas Cox with a 2:04.5.
That front pack is showing some real pace here.
Yeah, they're cooking. Aquaman's last lap. Go ahead, Aaron.
Well, I was just gonna note, Alex is definitely cooking here, and he's following the guy who has the fastest lap. So, we might see a showdown here towards the end for P1.
Yeah, his fastest lap, his last lap was a 2:04.3, but it was dirty. So he did, technically speaking, go faster.
Yeah, true.
Just not in the eyes of iRacing. Yeah, he is really putting the pressure on Nick Cox.
Yeah, filling those mirrors, letting him know he's definitely letting him know he's there.
Keith, now is the time to really see if Nick Cox actually turns his mirrors off.
I swear to God he does. Nothing will ever convince me otherwise, dude. Nick Cox does not drive with cockpit mirrors. That is a hill I'm gonna die on. He has told me that's not the truth multiple times, and I do not believe him. And I respect the hell out of him for it. Who cares what's going on behind you? Not Nick Cox. I mean, it's wildly impressive, you know?
Ooh, and Carey sets the new fastest lap with a 2:04.1.
Wow. He has extended that gap up to 2.4 seconds.
I think that was done on raw pace too. Nick and Alex, they're really not battling too much, costing each other too much time. Because that was quite a big jump in time difference between P1 and P2.
Yeah.
For sure. And now I think it's even 3/10 more than coming across the line. Oh, and the move from Aquaman, not quite close enough. Enough to make Nick run wide.
There it is. Is he going to let him have it? He's going to let him keep it. What a gentleman.
Oh, I wouldn't go that far.
I mean, I don't know about any of the rest of you, but I wouldn't have been like, yeah, you can have that back. I'd have taken that spot in a heartbeat.
Oh, this is tough coming into this fast chicane here. Oh, and he's barely clear. Oh, another
Oh.
inside.
Yeah, he's putting the pressure on.
Oh, and he gets the pass done.
Yeah, Nick was still throwing up some gravel from his tires. I wonder if it just caused him to run a little wide into the entry of that corner. Gets the pass done for P2.
He probably forgot to turn the mirrors off for this race.
All that battling has brought Jeff back into the mix, though.
Yep. Oh, I gotta get in the car real quick. I forgot.
Now, I think something happened to Matthew Farron. He's now behind Eddie.
Yeah, he is.
Looks like he went just a little deep into the carousel, and Eddie snuck past him up the inside there.
A tough one.
I wonder if Farron has the pace to pull back onto Eddie's bumper. I mean, we've got about 8 minutes left. Could see them fight again in the closing laps. I think they're only separated by 1 second right now.
Definitely possible for them to catch up to each other.
As far as fastest laps go, Eddie has him beat by about 3/10.
Oh, okay.
But that could come into consistency too.
Yeah, that's interesting. I think when Farron first had his spin, or his slide, he was able to pull away from Eddie a little bit, but now maybe with hot tires, Eddie's the faster car in on this track.
It is kind of looking like that. Eddie's slowly pulling away.
I just saw maybe oh yeah, Kevin's made his way past Dylan. 2 cars back. Not sure when that happened. I think I might be a little bit late seeing it, but able to grab a couple spots back after his initial spin.
And the next car ahead for him is, again, Matthew Farron and Eddie. So that's going to be a hard gap to close with 6 minutes to go.
Yeah, it is.
For sure. Oh, and Nick Cox running wide. Bringing Jeff into the mix even more so here.
That carrot's dangling. I know he's going to go after it. We do have a new incident leader for the race now, too. Matthew Coley with 10 incident points.
It is pretty easy to pick up those little onesie-twosie off tracks on the exits here. They rack
Most
up
definitely.
quickly.
Yeah, if you're not careful through the chicane, you can pick up 2 in just a half of a second there too.
That is the killer for me. That one's tough.
No worries. And there's really just not a whole lot of fighting going on.
Eric just getting around Dylan here. Wonder what happened. Let's see.
Ooh, that battle for P3 is starting to brew. Jeffrey's got that gap closed down to 0.6.
Oh.
And our leader, staying out of the principal's office, has a 4.5-second gap to P2.
Wow.
Very low incident counts. You know, Carrie's just looking calm, cool, and collected up there.
Yeah. Like Nick Cox has closed that gap to Aquaman. He's down to a half a second.
I think at one point he was behind about 2 seconds too, so he's really pushed to get that gap closed.
Yeah, he is. He had his fastest lap last lap at a 2:04.4. And Alex Patterson running in P2. His fastest lap so far has been a 2:04.8. White flag, gentlemen.
All right.
All right.
Is there enough time though with 0.6 to P2 and then another, I guess 1.2 back to Jeff Segrist now in P4.
These guys are all close enough. A little wobble, you know, going out too wide on exit. That's gonna cost them a spot.
Let's see if Alex chooses to burn a little bit of his gap to take the last sector conservatively again. High IQ strategy, but a little bit nerve-wracking when you see that car getting real big for the last couple corners. Oh, and Nick running wide. He's going to have gravel all over his tires again, just like before coming into this hard braking zone.
Yeah.
Who gets the better exit? Alex is gonna... He doesn't gain that much time on exit there. That's a surprise.
No, Nick's actually gaining on him. Got that gap down to 0.2 seconds now. And he is still closing on him as we come into the final corner here.
Oh, he goes for the late move. Oh, and it cost him a spot.
Oh.
And Jeff threw for that P4.
I was wondering if we were gonna see a last ditch effort there on the last corner.
I'm going to have to ask Alex if he was burning his gap up again, because it started closing so quickly. I think he might have given a little bit too much back in the name of safety. Or maybe I'm giving him too much credit. Oh, and a move from Zayd killing Eric in the final chicane. Eric gets him back.
Both of them.
Eric gets away.
Everybody's still pointed forward.
Well, that's gonna be a that last lap. That's gonna be a chaotic race review for us.
Yeah. Yeah. And Dylan's like, "What did I miss?" Finish. You gotta cross the line, bud. Oh.
Oh.
Didn't work as well the second time, eh?
I think he's going after some donuts, but you know, and he crosses the line backwards.
Oh my god.
How appropriate.
Love it.
I think he was going for donuts there, right before he smacked into the wall. But yeah, on these fixed setups, you know, that TC, that's no fun. That's what that stands
That's working
for.
overtime.
All right. Well, great season, boys. I will probably deafen up here, and then we'll do a little race review just to close the stream out.
Heck yeah, brother.
Yeah, sounds good.
Congrats, guys.
I'm gonna let everybody chat before we get into race review a little bit. But yeah, hats off to all the guys who participated for this season. Everybody learned a lot, and overall, that was a great one. Lots of positive takeaways, definitely.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, for sure. And it shows in some of these guys' iRating gains, which we'll go over, I'm sure, at some point in the Discord. Had a couple graduates this season as well, and a couple guys that are going to be there in a month or so's time, I'm sure. So yeah, definitely a good season. Nice work, guys.
Nice.
Yeah, I almost hit. I got close to the 2 or 3s on the last lap. But then me and Eric got into a little kerfuffle.
No, I watched the replay. It was completely my fault.
It's okay.
I didn't really know. I mean, it was totally my fault. I didn't give you any room.
It's okay. I binned it like second lap anyways, and so the race is just kind of whatever for the rest of it for me. I was just playing Hot Lap Simulator for like 16 minutes.
All right, and we'll let the drivers debrief. Can hear them chatting about incidents and everything that happened during the race. But thanks to anybody that's still watching. Thanks to anybody that's watching back. that is an end to Season 3 of Chasing the Delta Academy Sprint League. We will try to get together maybe a YouTube community post or something showing the standings of the Pro and Am classes of our series, but yeah, more important than the winners and the standings of the season was just the fact that this has served as a pretty good high-speed classroom for our students, our academy members, and as we said, saw a couple graduates pass that 2K threshold, a couple guys on the way. A lot of fun races on broadcast this season, and looking forward to a next one. We're probably looking at a hiatus just to let everybody recharge. Coaches will go to the drawing board on some things we'd like to switch up, tweak for next season, but overall, it's been a very fun time. So thanks for joining the broadcast, and we will see you on the next one.